Okay. Okay. Now audible online. Good afternoon. Okay. Now the first and the foremost one, okay. The first and the foremost one, it is our weekly current affairs. Our weekly current affairs starting from it is 26th or 20th of the 20th of October till 26th of the October 2024. Now during this week, which all topics were news? Yes, audible? Yes. Okay. Now which all topics were news? The firstly from our polity, the point of view, which all topics were in news? Now with respect to the polity part of view, the first and the foremost one here is, it is the first Gram Panchayati level, the Gram Panchayati level early warning system. Yes or no? It is early warning system has been established for the first time. It is early warning system. Now what do you mean by early warning system? What is early warning system? It is as simple as that, the early, it is, that is a the predictable, the climate or the disasters is being predicted at what level? At Gram Panchayati level, and this is the first such program. This is the first such a program which has been launched by government. It is the early warning system which has been established at the Gram Panchayati level. Now while discussing about this topic, we will discuss about what is this early warning system and why for the first time we have established a decentralized early warning system, and also we will discuss about it has been launched by Yaruvantam, and the fourth one will be discussing about the Gram Panchayati also. Yes. Now the first and the foremost one, this project has been launched by, it is which ministry? It is the Gram Panchayati. The Gram Panchayati, the early warning system. Early warning system. Yes, online, audible, exactly, yes. Now with respect to this early warning system, it has been launched by three important organizations. One is our Ministry of, which ministry? It is Ministry of Panchayati Raj and Rural Development. Panchayati Raj and Rural Development, the first one, and this has been supported by which ministry? Ministry of Earth Science. Ministry of the Earth Science. Under the Ministry of Earth Science, we have an organization called as IMD. What's IMD? It is Indian Meteorological Department has launched a project called as the first Gram Panchayati level early warning system. The first Gram Panchayati level, the level it is, we call it as the weather forecasting. It is also called as early weather system. Early weather system. Okay, Alva. Now this is with respect to our first and foremost one ministry. Now this has been launched in which year? This has been launched recently, that is in the month of October 2024. This has been launched in the month of October 2024. October 2024, that is this week only. E-weekly we have launched this project. Now sir, why we want this? Why we want this first decentralized the weather forecasting system, or it is also called as early warning system? Now till here or at present, we were focusing only on what? we were focusing on providing of weather and the forecast. The forecast used to happen at what level? The centralized level. The centralized level as well as at the state level. But now for the first time, we have brought in at gram panchayat level as well as at the rural level. Now what will be the importance of, I can say, it is going for early warning system at the rural level? In a advantage, what will happen? What will happen? Exactly. It is as simple as that. We have it is majority, approximate agi, it is 60% of the population they are staying at. It is which regions? It is rural levels. They are providing at the, or they are staying at the rural level. Now don't you think providing at the gram panchayat level, that is approximately we have a 2.5 lakh gram panchayatis in India. If you are providing at this level, don't you think the weather forecasting will be decentralized? And the second thing, don't you think the weather forecasting will be, it is applicable to the rural citizens rather than focusing only on what? Rather than focusing only on the urban areas. We were focusing only on which regions? It is the urban, the metropolitan cities. We were focusing only such areas, whereas for the first time the government has brought in a decentralized. The government is focusing on the decentralized weather forecasting system. And this will be majorly helpful not only for the rural population, and this is majorly favorable for increasing the agricultural productivity also. At the same time, we can also go for reduction of what? Reduction of the disaster also. Disaster management can also be reduced at the localized level. At the gram panchayat level or at the localized level, we can go for adequate prediction. At the same time, predict madadre, we can also go for adequate management also. Yes or no? Yes, this is about the first and the foremost one we call it as. It is Ministry of Panchayat Raj and Ministry of Earth Sciences. They have gone for it is launching of the most important project we call it as. It is the weather forecasting, or as simple as that, weather prediction system which is happening at the gram panchayat level. Now this project is a collaborative project between the different ministries, and it is supported by IMD also. And the second one, what is the main objective? The main objective here is the providing of early weather forecasting system at the decentralized level. Nothing but at the gram panchayat level. Now if I am providing at the gram panchayat level, don't you think it will be having n number of applications? The first and foremost application here is I will be providing, I can say it is the different weather and the climate related aspects. Nothing but what will be the rainfall, what will be the wind pattern, what will be the moisture content, what will be the cyclone part, what will be the moisture of the soil. All these aspects are being provided to the farmers and to the rural level via, I can say, via gram panchayat level. Nothing but via the decentralized level. It has been disbursed to the local people. Now if I am providing this aspect to the local people, don't you think they will become more aware with respect to even the climate and, I can say, the weather also? Now if they are aware about the climate and weather, don't you think their decisions will be, it is the pre-planned? And the second thing, don't you think if the decisions are pre-planned, I can go for increasing of agricultural productivity also. And the second thing I can go for, it is reduction of the disasters. Now think that if I am providing this gram panchayat level early warning system, don't you think I will be planning with respect to rearing of fishes? It is going into the oceans, going into the seas, majorly based on weather, I will be deciding it. Now if I am deciding based on weather forecast, don't you think the deaths because of natural climates or because of the change in weather and climate will also come down? Yes or no? This project has n number of benefit, majorly with respect to the large population which are present in the rural areas. The rural areas. Okay, Alva? This is with respect to the first and a foremost topic called as, it is the first Gram Panchayati level, the early warning system. The early warning system which has been launched recently by the joint ministries. The main objective here is all the 2.5 lakh, I can see the Gram Panchayatis are being integrated into a single platform. The single platform we call it as E-Gram Swaraj. E-Gram Swaraj, and will be disbursing all the weather and climate related aspects in a timely manner. In a timely manner. Yes. Now, sir, what will be the advantage of this? What will be the advantage of this project? First, what will be the advantage of this project? It is the main advantage here is, it is the rural people can adequately, it is the plan the different activities, they can plan the different activities, major yav activity? It is agriculture. Now, can I increase the income of the farmers? Can I go for reduction of it is the disasters also? To some extent, it is nothing but it is disasters impacting the population can also be reduced. The third one, this information can also be shared to our neighborhoods also. The neighborhood also, that will enhance our credibility with respect to providing of humanitarian service. It is providing of humanitarian service will also increase. Nothing but I can also share with respect to it is neighbors also. I can share with respect to the neighbors also. Yes, exactly online, exactly, yes. Done, it is exactly out. It is good afternoon. Okay, Alva. Done. This is with respect to your advantages and with respect to the Gram Panchayati level early warning system. Now, little bit information about IMD. Now, what is IMD? It is Indian Meteorological Department. Indian Meteorological Department. Now, why this IMD was in use? Now, the first and the foremost one exactly it is supporting the biggest project called as the decentralized early warning system, or I can say the early weather patterns is being predicted. Now, this is being supported by IMD. First news. And the second news here is this IMD is celebrating what? It is 150th year of, I can say, the establishment. Now, 150 years andre, when it has been established? It has been established in the year 1875. Highly important one. It is 1875. Under which ministry? It is, I said, under Earth Sciences. Under Earth Sciences. The third one. What is the objective of this IMD? Objective here is weather forecasting. Weather forecasting, creating an awareness about the people and disbursement of information related to the weather and climate. It is as simple as that. It is a comprehensive function related to what? Related to weather and climate. The comprehensive function related to weather and climate, we call it as, it is the main objective of this organization. Where is the headquarters of this IMD? It is headquarters is in New Delhi. Headquarters is in New Delhi anta. Okay, alva? Headquarters is in New Delhi. Now, what is the difference between weather and climate? What is the difference? Big name. It is as simple as that. Exactly, yes. It is, weather is what? Weather is, it is the short term, the day-to-day changes which is happening with respect to the atmosphere, we call it as weather. Whereas climate is nothing but it is a comprehensive average of 30 years. It is average of weather for at least the 30 years, we call it as climate. Can I say climate is a Climate is a long-term phenomenon. Climate is a long-term phenomenon, whereas weather is a short-term phenomenon. We call it as weather and the climate. Weather and the climate. This is about our IMD. And little bit information about gram panchayats. Little bit information about the gram panchayats. Now, what do you mean by gram panchayats? It is as simple as that. Can I say it is a third level or the third tier government which has been established at the rural areas? Yes or no? It is as simple as that. The first and the foremost one, it is talks about it is the third tier government which has been established at the rural areas. We call it as gram panchayats. Now the second one, this gram panchayats are being given constitutional status under which constitution? It has been provided a constitutional status via it is as simple as that 73rd, the Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. Okay, Alva? 1992 and came into effect in the year 1993. Now, this constitutional provisions as added. It is a constitutional provisions called as, it is which part? It is part, it is 9 and schedule. It is schedule 11 has been added. Schedule 11 has been added. Okay, Alva, what is the structure of the rural areas? The structure nodadadre. It is gram panchayat level at the village level and followed by at taluka level. It is taluk panchayats. At district level we call it as the district panchayats or the zilla panchayats, or we call it as zilla panchayats. Exactly yes. Danitu, Santu, exactly how do? Okay, Alva? Yes, this is about the complete information. Now, when are we celebrating? I can say Panchayat Day. It is 24th April. It is 24th April. Every year we are celebrating it as what? Every year it is celebrating it as, it is Panchayat Raj Day. We are celebrating it as the Panchayat Raj Day. Now, where we have established the first panchayats? It is Nagaur district of Rajasthan. It is Nagaur district of Rajasthan. Okay, Alva? Nagaur district of Rajasthan. We have established the first and the most important, the panchayats or the gram panchayat, we call it as Nagaur district of Rajasthan on October 2nd, 1959. October 2nd, 1959, we have established about the gram panchayats. Yes. Okay, Alva? This is all about the first topic called as it is the complete all weather system at the localized level. All weather, it is a forecast which is happening at a decentralized level for the first time. This is the first initiative. Now the second major important one, we call it as the PM Shri Yojana. Kedidra, what is PM Shri? Why this was in use? First, it is Pradhan Mantri, the School for Rising India. It is as simple as that. It is the first and the foremost one. It is Prime Minister, School for Rising India. Now, why was in use? Recently, it is our Delhi government. Has signed an MOU. It is Delhi government has signed an MOU to implement what? To implement this PM Shri scheme. It is only few states are not a part of this initiative, which includes even Delhi was not a part. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, the Kerala. But now even Delhi has also signed MOU with the government to implement this PM Shri scheme. What is PM Shri scheme? It is School for Rising India. School for Rising India. Now with respect to PM Shri, what does this PM Shri talks about? What is this? PMC talks about. ಏನಪ್ಪ PMC ಅಂದ್ರೆ? First, it is as simple as that. Don't you think the present government, the schools are facing a number of challenges? Now, which all challenges are being faced by the present government schools, which are being either owned by central government or the state government or the local governments, including KVs or including Navodaya Vidyalayas. It is NVs. What are the major challenges which has been faced? The first and the foremost challenge here is lack of infrastructure, lack of schools at all. And the second thing here is lack of staff. It is lack of adequate, the teacher to the pupil ratio is lesser. It is ratio tumma kami ide. And the third major important challenge here is lack of accessibility. It is the government schools are not accessible. It is near to my vicinity. It is at the same time, this government schools are also facing financial challenges. Financial challenges. Now, financial challenges yav sir anta kelidare, lack of funding which is coming from the government. Now, if I don't have, I can say the lack of finances, don't you think there will be n number of challenges? It includes lack of technological integration, lack of adequate curriculum. Now, with all these aspects, don't you think our India will start to derail because of lack of education? Now, to increase the strength of India, our Indian government has launched a major important policy. We call it as, it is the National Education Policy of 2020. But National Education Policy talks about just the guidelines. But how can we implement this on ground? We can implement this on ground to enhance the strength of the local schools via the scheme called as the PM Shri Yojana or the PM Shri scheme. It is PM Shri scheme, nothing but as simple as that. It is the government owned schools. We will be upgrading, we will be renovating, we will be financed adequately to enhance the strength of what? Enhance the strength of the government schools. Either it can be owned by, it is government owned schools, it can be owned by Government of India or Government of State, or it can be the local governments, We will be upgrading these institutions into, it is important, the institutions again. We'll be upgrading this into important institutions, and that scheme we call it as the PM Shri scheme. The PM Shri scheme, till now Delhi was not a part of, I can say, the PM Shri. Why Delhi was not a part of PM Shri? Because they have their own model of the schools. We call it as the Delhi model schools. Out there on it. Now they have joined this initiative. Why they have joined this initiative? Because they'll be receiving what? Funds. They'll be receiving funds for the innovation of their schools. Now, I said, whenever we are discussing about any scheme or it is the project, the first and the foremost one will be, it is YAM ministry. Now, it has been launched by which ministry? And the second one, it has been launched in which year? And the third one, I said, what is the objective? And the fourth one, in case if there is any uniqueness. Sir, you can also talk about beneficiaries also. Yaar beneficiaries. Now, now it has been implemented by which ministry? It has been implemented by or under the Ministry of Education. Yes or no? Highly important one. While discussing about education, this scheme becomes important. See, hardly with respect to education sector, we have hardly some 2 or 3 schemes. And one of the major important scheme here is, it is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. And after Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, the most important scheme here is the PM Shri. Now, this is Ministry of Education. This has been launched in which year? This has been launched in the year 2023. It is, 2022 to 2023, the financial year. And what's the objective? Are we going for establishment of new schools? No, be cautious here. We are not going for establishment of a new schemes. Rather, we'll be establishing we will be, it is establishing present schemes via remodified structure, via the remodified or upgraded structure. Nothing but not the new schools, not the new one, rather will be going for what? Rather will be going for upgradation. It is renovation of the schools which are owned by. Does it include private schools? No, it includes anyway. It does not include the private schools. It includes majorly. It is the government owned schools. Government owned schools. It includes the government of India, the government of states, as well as it is as simple as that, local governments. As simple as that, local government. Yes. Now, what is the uniqueness about this project? What is the uniqueness about this project? Now, this scheme has been launched for a period of 5 years. Now, 5 years, Andre, if it is from 2020 to 23, it will continue till how many years? It is 2027 or go. It is for 5 years. It is for the year 2027. 2027. It is for maximum of how many years? Maximum of 5 years. But can I extend this? Yes. After 2027, I can extend the scheme. This is the first and the foremost, I can say, uniqueness. The second most important one here is, now how many schools will be upgraded during this 5 years? What was the target which has been given by the Ministry of Education? It is the target here is, we will be upgrading. It is 14,500 schools. We will be upgrading, that is 14,500 at least schools will be upgraded over a period of it is the 5 years. Over the period of the 5 years. Okay, alva? This is about blueprint should be thorough, and the second one, you should also know about what is the objective of the scheme also. Objective of the scheme or the initiative. Yes, this is about the two important topics from our polity section. The two important topics from our polity section. Major scheme launch it is to align with NEP 2020. It is to align with NEP 2020. Now this NEP 2020, you already know it is new education policy or the national education policy. It has been brought in which year? It is 2020. This NEP committee has been chaired by. It is Kasturi Rangan. Which is the first state to implement this? It is Karnataka. Which is the first state to reject this? Karnataka. Rejecting and accepting was done by, both are done by Karnataka. Now, in the same manner, Karnataka has also established SEP. It is the state education policy which was headed by, a 15-member committee which has been headed by, Sukhdev Thorat. He will be recommending with respect to the state education policy of Karnataka. The state education policy of Karnataka. Yes, this is about our first one. Now the second major important one, education comes under which list of 8 schedule? It is concurrent list. Original lagi? It was in state list. Original lagi. It was in state list. Whereas this has been transferred to. It has been transferred to the concurrent list via which constitutional amendment? It is 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. It has been moved into, it is the concurrent list. 6 subjects has been, it is transferred from state to the, it is concurrent. Yes, Mari Bardivella alva. Yes, okay alva. This was about the second topic. Sir, Kelly sir question because ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. But ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. Okay alva. Yes, this is about the second topic. Now the third topic, one from economy. This week the white revolution was in news. Why white revolution was in news? or specifically NDDB was in use? In why the white revolution 2.0 was in use? Why? It is as simple as that, It is Ministry of It is Ministry of Cooperation. This ministry has been created in which year? It is 2021 only. It has been created in the year 2021, a new ministry. Now this ministry has been chaired by, it is Amit Shah. Ministry of Cooperation now is celebrating a Diamond Jubilee celebration. The Diamond Jubilee celebration of establishment of NDDB. It is NDDB. What do you mean by Diamond Jubilee celebration? It is, what do you mean by Diamond Jubilee celebration? Diamond andre, as simple as that, they are celebrating the 60 years of 70 andre. It is platinum. 70 or 75. It is platinum. It is diamond is 60 years. It has been celebrated 60 years. Now 60 years andre, when this NDDB has been established? It is 1965. 1965 only. It is 1965. We have established the NDDB. What is NDDB? National Dairy Development Board. National Dairy Development Board. Okay, Alva. Yes, we'll discuss now. While discussing about this topic, we will discuss about what is the first and the foremost one. What is white revolution, and the second thing we'll discuss about what is the status of, I can say, the production of milk in the present times. And the third thing we'll discuss about what is this white revolution 2.0 also, because all such news are in this week. Yes, okay, Alva. Now first one give a heading called as white revolution. Now what do you mean by white revolution? Now can I call this white revolution as Operation Flood? Yes or no? This white revolution is also called as Operation Flood. Now why it is called as Operation Flood? Because we have increased the production of milk in a drastic manner. We have increased the production of milk in a drastic manner. Adukoskara. It is also called as what? It is Operation the Flood. This is the first and the foremost one. Now the first one here is, after this, the first one here is, when was this white revolution established and who established this? It is the first and the foremost one. This white revolution concept has been established by NDDB. It is National Dairy Development Board. National Dairy Development Board, which has been established in the year 1965. Which has been established in the year 1965 under the act called as the Societies Registration Act of which year? It is, see, fast. It is the Societies Registration Act of 1860. Why am I establishing it under Societies Registration? Because initially it was being established as what? Non-profit organization. Non-profit organization, or as what? As a welfare institution. But over a period of time, that is in the year 1987 only. In the year 1987, but first established in the year 1965 only. But over a period of time, this NDDB has come out with a separate act. We call it as NDDB Act of 1987. We have given a legal backing to this. We have given a legal backing, a separate legal backing. We call it as National Dairy Development. It is the Board Act of Board Act of 1987. Under this act, NDDB has been declared as it is the institution of national importance. Highly and highly important one. It is now, it is a status of, I can say, the milk cooperatives are increasing. Nothing but NDDB as such has been given what status? Has been given a status called as, it is nationally important status. It is national important institution. It has been established as an, I can say, institution of national important. Institution of the national important. Yes, this is about the second major important one. The second major important one. Now, because of this, I can say the White Revolution. Now, because of the impact of, who is the father of White Revolution? It is Vargas Korean. It is Vargas, a Korean, is considered to be the, it is the mastermind behind it is launching of this Operation Flood, or he is called as the father of White Revolution. Father of White Revolution. Now, because of this White Revolution 1.0, our status of producer of milk has increased drastically. Now, what is the drastical increase of milk? What is the status of milk? Already question kelidare. That is in the last year, UPSC EPF only. There has been a direct question. That is, what is the status of milk? What is the status of milk with respect to India? Enapa status of milk with respect to India? It is as simple as that. India is the largest producer of milk, which contributes to approximately what percentage? It is first and the foremost one. It is the rank or the status of milk here is India is ranked number 1. And India, it is contributing to approximately, it is 23 to 24% of, nothing but 1/4. 1/4 of the contribution, it has been done by Arrow. It is 1/4 of the contribution which has been done by India. In reality, we are the largest producer of. It is the milk. Sir, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ milk produce ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, we are producing approximately, it is 230 million tons. We are producing, it is a 230 million tons of milk which is produced at least during last year. It is only year alone. It is last year we have produced. It is approximately, it is last year. Last year we have produced more than the 230 million tons has been produced. We are the largest and we are contributing it to approximately, it is 1/4 of milk production. 1/4 of milk production. First one. The second one, sir, what about the per capita? It is per capita consumption of milk. Now, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕುಡಿತಾ milk na? It is ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? It is ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಕುಡಿದಂಗೆ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. It is approximately half a liter per individual. It is as simple as that. What is the status of the per capita? The consumption of what? The consumption of milk at global level and at India level. At global level ಅನ್ನೋದಾದ್ರೆ, at global level, it is as simple as that. It is, we are contributing it to, it is a 323 grams the per day per individual. What about India? We are contributing it to, it is the 459, it is grams per day. It is, we are contributing it to, it is the national per capita consumption of milk ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is more than our global average. Yes, sir, ಹಾಲು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕುಡಿಬೋದಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಟೀ, 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಕಾಫಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ 2 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬಾದಾಮ್ ಹಾಲ್, ಮತ್ತೆ 4 o'clock ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಶೇಕ್. ನೋಡಿ, It is, don't know, lassi ತರ ಏನೇನೋ ಕುಡಿತೀರಲ್ವಾ ಅದು. It is nothing but, don't you think that it is not good for health? Now major contribution for the increase in insulin content in India level here is it is contributed by coffee and tea. Nothing but ಕುಡಿಬೇಕು. It is considered to be, it is complete nutrient. Now complete nutrient ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕುಡಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? No, nothing but we need to consume, it is in and around less than 350 grams. But we are consuming average agi, it is 450 grams of, I can see the milk is being consumed every day. ಅರ್ಧ ಲೀಟರ್ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅದು ನೀರಿಲ್ಲದೆ, ನೀರು ಹಾಕೊಂಡೆ 2 ಲೀಟರ್. Okay alva, this is with respect to the milk. I can see at the milk production, the status at the India level, whatever may be, this is with respect to production, we are ranked first, and we are contributing it to the 24%, nothing but 1/4 of the quarter it has been contributed by, it is India. Followed by the second one are India's, the per capita consumption of milk, it is more than the global average. Now sir, ee production agadike which all cooperatives are the major contributors? The major contributor here is, it is Amul. It is major contributor here is Amul. It is Amul contributes the highest, and followed by the second, it is followed by the KMF. It is Karnataka Milk Federation, and Amul, it is Anand Milk Union Limited, which has been established at, I can see, Anand village of Gujarat. And this has been established by the father of the white revolution. We call it as Varghese Aquarium. Done. It is, at least you should know about the basics. Now after this, after being the largest producer, now at the same time we are the largest producer and we are the largest consumer also. It is whatever we are producing, we are consuming it, and this sagagalanta we are importing also, because we have 1.4, it is billion population. Now 1.4 billion population andre at least ಅರ್ಧ ಲೀಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? It is the point, it is the 6 or 7 billion, 0.6 or 7 billion ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? Yes sir, again a challenge, we are importing also. Okay alva, this is about the normal, it is the basics. Now what about recent agi in the year 2024, the last month, it is the Minister of the Cooperation, that is Amit Shah, has launched the initiative called as, it is White Revolution 2.0. It is White Revolution 2.0. Now what is this White Revolution 2.0 talks about? Inappa, it is, what about the White Revolution 2.0 talks about? It is as simple as that, this White Revolution 2.0 talks about in the next 5 years ali, that is by the year 2028-29 ashtaralli, we need to enhance the milk production by what percentage? It is 50%. Highly important one. It is, we need to enhance the milk production by 50%. Iga for example 230 a million tons idre, that is per annum ge. Now we are talking about increase of the production of milk by what percentage? It is 50%. Sir, on an average age ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, the Amit Shah is talking about, it is 1007, it is the lakh kgs, laksha, it is 1000 laksha kgs, it is a kgs need to be produced per day. 1000 laksha liters or kgs per day should be produced, nothing but increase by 50%. Now if it is 1000 approximate agi nododadre, it is 365 days. It will be how much? Approximate agi from 260 million tons inda we'll be increasing it to what? Approximate agi some 400, it is the 400 million tons of, I can say million, the tons increase ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. Hope you're getting. It is as simple as that. I've said It is 230 million tons too. It is Arda alva. Arda andre it is 115. 115 extra madbeku. But I am talking about it is on daily basis. On daily basis, or you can talk about it is we will be increasing it to. We will be increasing it to some 345. The 345 or 350 the million tons will be increasing it to. It is 300 million tons by which year? By the year 2028 to 2029. 2028 to 2029. Now sir, if I want to enhance this milk production by 50%, what all supporting factors should be supported? What all supporting factor? ಏನಪ್ಪ supporting factor ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? It is supporting factor should be establishment of it is the milk transportation. Yes or no? It is, don't you think if I want to enhance this to 50%, ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ? Nothing but I need to go for it is high yield variety. Animals should be, it is high yield varieties or high yield animals should be reared. Nothing but milk ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Second one, what are the milk we are producing it? Don't you think we need to have adequate the cold storages? The cold storages should be established at which level? At the Gram Sabha level or at village level. And what are the milk which has been stored? Don't you think we need to transport adequately? Nothing but transportation should be established adequately, and the transportation admele we need to go for adequate packaging, adequate marketing, and adequate disbursement to the consumers also. Adequate disbursement to the consumers. All this has been established under a program called as National Dairy Development Program. We have all this, I can say, comprehensive scheme which has been launched. We call it as, to provide a comprehensive one, we have established a scheme called as National Dairy Development Program has been launched. National Dairy Development, the program has been launched. Now this National Dairy Development Program is a central sector scheme. Now what do you mean by central sector scheme? It is 100%, it has been funded by the center. Now based on this initiative, we will be increasing the milk production by it is 50%. Either jotege, we also have a next scheme called as, and a supporting scheme called as establishment of it is the district cooperative societies. It is establishment of district cooperative societies will be established. District cooperative societies will be established. Now district cooperative societies will fund the cooperatives to establish at least 1 lakh cooperatives across the country. 1 lakh, this district cooperative societies will fund the different cooperatives. How many cooperatives? It is 1 laksha cooperatives. 1 lakh cooperatives by the year again 2028-29. Yes or no? Now can I increase the milk production by 50%? Now we have an adequate program called as National, it is the Dairy Development Program. Again, it's a central sector scheme which has been launched with respect to the development of the milk, and we are also giving adequate support for the different cooperatives for the establishment of what? For the establishment of the different cooperatives. Nothing but 1 lakh cooperatives will be established in a timely manner by the year 2028 Australia. 1 lakh cooperatives. 1 lakh cooperatives. Now, can I go for addressing the 50% mark? But challenge ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is implementation clear ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we can achieve our white revolution 2.0 also. White revolution 2.0 also. It is highly important one. The minister is taking it seriously, and he has also given a standard operating procedures. Nothing but standard operating procedure, we call it as SOP anta karidhivi. And this standard operating procedure has been disbursed to the different state governments also. It is no matter what, by the next 5 years Australia, it is India should at least produce 50% mark of milk. 50% mark. Yes, that's the main strategy or the main goal of this. It is Ministry of the Cooperation. Ministry of the Cooperation. Okay alva? Ministry of the Corporation or Ministry of the Cooperatives. Done. Now as simple as that, the cooperatives concept comes under which list? It is cooperatives comes under which list? It is comes under a state list. Comes under state list. Now under which act we have provided constitutional status? It is 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of the 2011 added which article? It is 43B and added 9. It is 9C there. It is 9B has been added. It is 9B has been added to this. Yes, majorly talks about it is the cooperatives. 9B and also amended Article 19. Article 19 also. Article 19 has been amended followed by addition of 9B. Addition of it is 43B has been added. Majorly talks about providing of the constitutional status to. Providing of constitutional status to the cooperatives. Yes. See, whenever you are discussing about be it any topic, be it polity, be it geography, anything, you should connect the pointers. And barita irbeku even if you are reading the newspaper also, sakat jaga irutte kali, allella barita irbeku, okay, idide anta, connecting pointers. Then you will never forget such contents. Okay, alva? This is with respect to your, it is the milk production. The milk production, or as simple as that, the white revolution. Okay, alva? Exactly, yes. The next major important one, it is one from environment and ecology. Environment and ecology in the, it is environment and ecology in the, it is Great Indian Bustard. It is bastard, Allah, it is bustard. It is Great Indian Bustard was in news. Why Indian? It is the Great Indian Bustard was in news. It is India's first. Not yella first and the bandra, it is important. It is GIB, Great Indian Bustard. Okay, alva? Gobi Allah. It is GIB. Now the first and the foremost one. Why was in news? Why was in news? That is India's first. India's first. Now understand this. What do you mean by GIB? GIB is as simple as that, Great Indian Bustard. It is Great Indian Bustard, don't you think? Now while discussing about the species, now this week the two important species is in news. One we call it as Great Indian Bustard and the second one we call it as snow leopard, it's in news. Now why Great Indian Bustard was in news? Because for the first time, the breeding center of Jaisalmer, they have done a breakthrough. It is to increase the population of GIB. To increase the population of GIB, they have gone for artificial insemination. But in normal agi, it is artificially insemination for the birds is highly difficult. Now for the first time, the breeding center of Jaisalmer. Where is Jaisalmer? It is Rajasthan Doru. They have done a breakthrough, that is going for artificial insemination. Now artificial insemination admele, it is outcome barbekalva. There won't be fertilization. Now for the first time we have gone for artificial insemination and the outcome here is it is giving birth to it is a new GIB. Giving birth to a new GIB has been successfully done in, I can say it is the breeding center at Jaisalmer. Now sir, while discussing about this topic or while discussing about any species topic, what should be your blueprint? The blueprint should be your, what is it? GIB andrenu. Is it a bird, mammal eno anta? First one you should do this. First one you should know this. Blueprint gotirli. It is species anta bandaga. It is a species. The first and the foremost kills kodane barisina mele. At the first and the foremost one, you should know about what is it. Nothing but about a species ಬಗ್ಗೆ. And the second one you should know about what is the habitat. Now yavan habitat alide. Nothing but what is the habitat? Second one. The third one, habitat admele, It is as simple as that. Distribution ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Distribution. And the fourth one you should know about little bit salient features. In case another is salient features. The fifth one will be conservation status. Conservation or status. This 5 pointers should be in your tips while discussing about any species. Now this week or in this week, the two important species was in news. One we call it as it is I can say GIB, the Great Indian Bustard, and the second one we call it as snow leopard was in news. Why snow leopard was in news? Because International Day of Snow Leopard has been celebrated on the 23rd October. And 23rd October is also celebrated as it is Kittu Rani Chennamma Jayanti also. Yes or no? This year is highly important one because we are celebrating the 200 years of the victory or the 200 years of the conflict between the Kittu Rani Chennamma and the Britishers. Yes, but species district mana, and we'll discuss about the Kittu Rani Chennamma also. And recently we had a Kittur Utsav also. Yes or no? The 3-day event which has been majorly organized at which district? Belgamalli. Okay, we'll see all those things, but what related species. Now, if I'm discussing about GIB ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, the first thing will be it is the news. ಏನಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is the biggest breakthrough in the history. That is, I can see, it is collapsing. The reduction of the population has been, I can say, supported by India's first artificial insemination. India's first artificial insemination of GIB. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತಾರು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ ನೀವು it is the artificial insemination birds ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ? No. It is normally artificial insemination as done normally at the mammalian population or at a higher level. But for the first time in history, for the first time in India, we have done a breakthrough. We call it as it is artificial insemination with respect to the Great Indian Bustard population has been done. The Great Indian population has been done. We call it as India's first AI, and AI. It is artificial insemination of GIB, and this is also successful. Sumne try madilla. This is also successful. Nothing but this GIB has given birth to the younger ones. It has been given birth to the younger ones, and this has been trained by, or this has been tried by Yaro. It is the breeding center at Jaisalmer. Example keltare. It has been developed by, or it has been tried by, it has been trained by or developed by, it is breeding. The breeding center at Jaisalmer. Breeding center at Jaisalmer. Now we go on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ common sense ಆಗಲಿ ನನಗೆ. Now, if Jaisalmer, what is the climatic condition of Jaisalmer? Why? Well, it is arid and semi-arid climate. Now, why will Jaisalmer, will they go for it? Nothing but if the Jaisalmer population or if the Rajasthan people, if they are going for development of AI ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, nothing but Rajasthan ge this species is highly important anta. Yes or no? As simple as that. Now sir, what is that important? ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೇನು? It is ಏನು ಅಂತದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is as simple as that this GIB Great Indian Bustard, it is locally called as what? Locally called as Godhan. It is locally called as the Godhan population. It is locally called as Godhan. It is, we also have a project called as Project Godhananta by Rajasthan government. It is by Rajasthan government. Highly important one. It is Vasundhara Raje idralva as the chief minister. She has launched an initiative. Okay, alva, this is about the first one. Now the second major important one. Sir, what is the species? Is it a bird or a mammal? It is a bird. It is as simple as that. It is the largest endemic bird of Indian subcontinent. It is as simple as that. In a palm. It is the largest flying bird of Indian subcontinent. India and Teltila, Indian subcontinent. It is also found in where? Pakistan also. It is also found in Pakistan also. It is largest burden. It is Indian subcontinent. Indian subcontinent. This is the first one. Now, if Jaisalmer population, if they are going for, I can say conservation of this, the climate must be either arid or semi-arid climate, or major agi. It is the habitat will be what? It is grassland. Now, pakshigal elli badukkutte. It is major agi. Habitat should be what? Habitat should be, it is grassland. Habitat should be what? It is grassland. This grassland ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is majorly semi-arid and the arid, semi and the arid climate. Now, where can you see the presence of I can say the presence of arid climate? The presence of arid climate ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, majorly in Ocastic region. Majorly in Ocastic region. Now, what is the Ocastic region? It is rain shadow region of Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. Now, this region starts from Elinda. This region starts from already ikta nodidvi, Rajasthan irlebeku, parts of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, parts of Andhra, Telangana. It is, you should never mug up the content. Now, nothing but what will be the distribution? What will be the distribution? Nothing but hockey stick region. It is as simple as that. It is present in a region called as hockey stick region. Okay, alva bariboda ಈಗ hockey stick region, which includes which all things? Which include Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, it is Karnataka and the Andhra and Telangana. Yes, hockey stick region. Now, what about the salient features of this GIB? Yenappa salient features. So, I said the first and the foremost one, it is endemic to which region? It is endemic to Indian subcontinent. Endemic andre? It is exactly. Now, if it is endemic to Indian subcontinent andre, don't you think it is highly important species? It should be taken as a priority. Now, priority of Tobeku antandre, what will be the IUCN status? It is conservation status. I'll continue martini. It is as simple as that. The conservation status, first one should be IUCN, second one should be Wildlife Protection Act. Now, can I talk about CMS? Because it's migratory halwa. It is migration, it is moving. Nothing but CMS is also called as SAP Convention, the Bonn Convention. Now, under IUCN, what is the status which has been given for this? I can say the GIB. It is critically endangered. Sir, why sir critically endangered? Andre, it has a population of less than, it is 150. It has a population less than 150 number. Now, 150 ginta kadme ide antandre, what will be the status? Nothing but CR. Now, CR talks about if the population is less than 250, will be adding under a status called as critically endangered. As simple as that, it is critically endangered. CR, it is critically endangered. Now, if it is added under critically endangered and if the population is less than 150 and it is important for India because it is endemic. Now, we can use Buddhivantarageli under which it is the schedule. It must be schedule 1. Now, what does schedule 1 talks about? It is highest protection followed by highest punishment also. Highest protection followed by highest punishment also. Exactly, yes. Highest protection followed by highest punishment. This is about the WPA. And the third one we call it as CMS. Again, it will be under Appendix 1. It will be again under Appendix 1 of sites and Appendix 1 of the CMS also. Appendix 1 of the CMS 1 also. Now, the last one, in case another sikkadre, it is uniqueness. The most important uniqueness here is, what is the or which state animal is GIB? It is Rajasthan. Now, Rajasthan or GIB is the state animal of what? the state animal or the state bird of Rajasthan. Okay, Alva. This is the first one. Second one, for the conservation, we have a project called as the project Godananta. And recent third one, the Supreme Court has given a, I can say, verdict saying that, ಏನು verdict ಕೊಟ್ರು? ಏನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿನ್ನಿ ಅಂತನಾ? ಮತ್ತೇನು? They have given a verdict saying that it is the major threats of this GIB here is, it is the electric lines which have been put above the surface. Now recently Supreme Court has said that you need to go for electric wires underground. It is electric wires underground alaki, so that the population decline will come down, and this has also been supported by, now the recent initiative we call it as, it is artificial insemination for the first time in India. It is the GIB breeding has also been done here. Yes, this is about the first and the foremost initiative. The first and the foremost one we call it as species. Now second species begin now by applying the same blueprint just within some time. Now the second one we call it as it is a snow leopard. Normal leopard alla. Do we have leopard in India? Pakka? Yes. But cheetahs irlilla, but we have brought it from Africa. But we have the cheetahs also now. Now with respect to same blueprint, now while discussing about the snow leopard, what will be the news here? The news here is October 23. August 23. It is National Space Day. It is October 23rd. October 23rd is being celebrated as International Day of Snow Leopards. International Day of the Snow Leopard. The Day of the Snow Leopard. Okay, Alva? International Day of the Snow Leopard. And the second one, this year's International Day of the Snow Leopard theme enapa. The main theme here is, it is safeguarding the snow leopards. It is safeguarding. The theme here is the safeguarding the snow leopards for the conservation of what? Snow leopards and the future generations. It is the major important one here is as simple as that, a protection of habitat, and the second one we call it as it is a protection for the future generations. Now sir, why are we giving this a theme as future generation? Why are we adding a term called as future generations? Now where can you experience the snow leopards? It is snow leopards is being, I can say, it is present in the hilly regions, majorly Himalayas, the Central Asian region. Now, don't you think the Central Asian region is majorly important with respect to the, I can say, the formation of the glaciers? Now, because of formation of Himalayas, we call it as the third pole of the earth also. Now, if this snow leopard is not being adequately protected, adequately conserved, don't you think the complete land will start to destruct? Now complete land destruct adre, don't you think the rivers, it is the water which is feeding the rivers, will also start to reduce? Now future automatically, it is nothing but there will be death of the population, and adukoskara they have clearly mentioned saying that it is safeguarding of snow leopards for the future generations. It is as simple as that, habitat conservation for the future generations. Okay, now this is the theme that is with respect to the October 23rd theme. It is International Day of Leopards. The next one we call it as the same blueprint. Now same blueprint enapa, it is about. Now what do you mean by snow leopard? It is, can I say, the top carnivorous animal. Carnivorous andre niga, it is one which feeds on the fresh. Yes or no? It is fresh on Amazon fresh alla. It is as simple as that. As simple as that. One which feeds on, it is non-vegetarian. Nothing but as simple as that. It is flesh anta. Okay, alva. It is as simple as that. It is the top carnivorous. It is the top carnivorous animal. And can I say the snow leopard acts as a flagship species also? The flagship species of which habitat? It is Himalayas, or as simple as that, Himalayas, it is the mountain regions. It is flagship species of mountain regions, and this acts as indicator species also. Now what do you mean by indicator? Indicator is nothing but which indicates it is the environmental protection also. Now, if the snow leopard population, if it is coming down, what does it mean? It means that the melting of glaciers is taking place. Nothing but, or the destruction of the habitat is taking place. Nothing but this species acts as what? Both the flagship species as well as it acts as indicator species of the mountain regions. Indicator species of the mountain regions. Okay, now this is about the first one, we call it as about. What about the second one? Second one, no. Second one we call it as habitat. Now where can you experience the forming, or I can say the presence of the snow leopard? Is it Himalayas? No. It is present in complete Central Asian countries only. Central Asian countries, normally in which regions? Normally it is found in the mountainous regions. Normally it is found in the mountainous regions. Now, yeah, mountains, sir. Which all mountains? It includes the Central Asian region and the Himalayas. The Central Asian region as well as Himalayas. It is Central Asian region and the Himalayas. Now we have how many countries are a part of this region? It is 12 range countries. But tiger gadre 13 tiger range countries. For tiger it is 13. For snow leopard it is 12 countries are present there. Now ಯಾವ countries are ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ all the Central Asian countries, which also includes it is the distribution of snow leopard, which includes the 5 Central Asian countries, which includes Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. Idra jotege it also includes Mongolia, Russia, China. Total ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು 8. In ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ 4 ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it includes Afghanistan, Pakistan, it is India and Nepal. Yes, all these countries are a part of the 12 snow leopard, I can see the countries, or the 12 the snow leopard range countries. 12 snow leopard range are countries which are present in Central Asian region, which are present in Himalayas, and which includes the Mongolia, China and Russia also. Mongolia, China and Russia also. Sir, ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ನೋ ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. Now snow ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is the land should be what? It is hilly. The land should be terrain. That's not flat ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. Rather it must be terrain. Rather it must be a cold, I can say. As simple as that. Exactly, yes. Okay, it is the snow mountains. Yes. Okay, alva. The next one, after this habitat, what are the salient features? What is the salient features of snow leopard? ಏನಪ್ಪ snow leopard it has salient features. It is as simple as that. It is forelimb ಮತ್ತು hind limb equal ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ no. Now the forelimb will be short. And the second one, hind limb will be ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Hind limb will be long. Nothing but ಹಿಂದೆ ಕಾಲು. It is ಹಿಂದೆ ಎರಡು ಕಾಲು, it will be long, whereas the shorter will be the forelimbs. As simple as that, as simple as that. The first and the foremost feature here is, it is the forelimb will be, short and the hind limb will be, hind andreno indedu, it is hind limb will be the long in nature. This is the major important one with respect to features. And what about the conservation status? It is exactly how though it is conservation status under IUCNLE. It is vulnerable. What about WPA? It is WPLE. We have schedule 1. We have schedule 1 because it is important. Schedule 1. And what about sites? Sites LE, again appendix 1. Again appendix 1. Yes, this is about your the snow leopard. Sir, last uniqueness ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, what is the uniqueness about? What is the uniqueness about the snow leopard? And the first and the foremost one, which state animal is snow leopard? It is Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh. It is Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh. Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh though. It is state animal. Second one. What is the second one? Second uniqueness. The second major important uniqueness here is, now in India, how many states has the snow leopard? How many states? It includes only 5. It includes only 5, which includes Yadado. It includes Ladakh. It includes JNK Lila, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and it is Arunachal Pradesh. Only Himalayan states. Only Himalayan states. And the third one, it is also part of a project called as the SAVAN, the larger initiative we call it as. It is IPCA initiative. What is IPCA? It is International Big Cat Alliance. Again, this has been launched by India. Now this IPCA has been appreciated even at BRICS also. The BRICS 16th edition, Russia has appreciated the initiative which has been taken up by India with respect to IPCA, and the headquarters, it has also been established at where? At New Delhi. At New Delhi. Okay, Alva. This is about the 2 important species which was in news this week. Done. Highly important. Exactly. It is Ladakh, at Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and Arunachal. Exactly, Srinivas. IPCA. We know this. How the Alva? Okay. Now the next major important one, which national park is called as the snow leopard capital of the world? It is MS. It is MS is called as the snow leopard capital of the world. MS is there. It's in Ladakh. JNK Lalla, it is in Ladakh. It's in Ladakh. MS is called as the snow leopard capital of the world. Snow leopard capital of the world ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is about the environmental aspects. And the recent one ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is COP 16 ಕೂಡ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, but we'll discuss after some time. The next one, few topics from science and technology. It is okay alva, COP 16, it is ongoing at where? It is ongoing at Cali, Colombia, with respect to UNCBD, United Nations Convention on the Biological Diversity, which is ongoing at, it is Cali, Colombia, Delhi. Now, initially it was planned in Turkey, but it has been transferred because of the conflict which are facing in the Turkey region. Now, adrinda, it has been transferred or shifted to, it is Cali, Colombia. Ee varsha question kelila keli. Yes, there must be question on, it is UNCBD. The next one from science and technology, the space related initiatives. There are 2 important space related initiatives this week. One we call it as One we call it as RISE mission. RISE alla. It is RISE. RISE. What is RISE? It is remove debris. Remove debris with respect to, it is in orbit service anta. It is removing of debris from the in orbit. Removing of debris in orbit, servicing experiment anta. It is a servicing experiment. As simple as that. Remove debris in orbit, a servicing experiment. This has been launched by, it is yarappa andre idino launch agilla. It is had to be launched by, it is European Space Agency by the year 2028 ali. It is after 4 years, this European Space Agency will be launching this initiative called as the RISE initiative. Sakkat important initiative. I can say in the recent times, one of the most important initiative which has been taken up by, it is European Space Agency, or is this RISE mission. And the second major important initiative which has been taken up by Indian government here is establishment of, Union Cabinet has approved the 1,000 crore fund. Which is that fund? It is Venture Capitalist Fund. Kelidram. It is Indian Cabinet has approved. And 1,000 crore fund, the 1,000 crore rupees fund as a venture capitalist fund, fund. ಏನಪ್ಪ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏಂಜಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It is angel is nothing but before it is starting of a company, we call it as angel company anta. Whereas venture andre after establishment adu ariyale. It is at the early stages. If the economy or if the startup is showing higher growth rate, such companies we call it as venture capitalist or the venture, the startups. Venture startups will show all those things. Angel andrenu, venture andrenu. Why the ministry of, that is the ministry or the prime minister or the department of space, they have launched a fund called as the venture capitalist fund at a cost of 1,000 crore rupees. Inikenta we'll see all those things. Major agi this week, this two important initiatives was in news. One related to India and one related to, it is European Space Agency. Now again, it is now first one give heading called as Yenapa. It is as simple as that. As simple as that. RISE mission. RISE mission. The first and foremost one, what is the abbreviation of RISE? It is abbreviation of RISE. Ek story keli aamil barkoli. Now sir, it is, don't you think every country or majority countries they are going for space explorations? Now they are launching n number of satellites to the, it is major to different orbits. Major ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಜಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಿಯೋ ಸಿಂಕ್ರೋನಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್. Yes or no? Now majorly, now think that this is my earth. Now we are launching I can say a satellite around our earth. Major ಆಗಿ satellite has been launched. ಮತ್ತೆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. But ivaga vehicle ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, we call it as reusable launch vehicles. But since I can say as simple as that, 1950s ಇಂದ approximate 2020 or 2025 ವರೆಗೂ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is all the launch vehicles which has been launched into the space, it is revolving around the earth in the form of debris. Don't you think so? Now this debris, the debris which are present above the earth or in the atmosphere, don't you think it will lead to a collision with the other objects? And don't you think the loss of our resources also? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಅದು. Now, don't you think our resources is also losing, and that is impacting the other satellites also? Collision again, it is leading to the impact of the working the satellites also. Working satellites also. This one story. Now the second reason here is, now I have launched the satellite. Now think that satellites, the life expectancy is some 5 or 10 years. Now after 5 or 10 years, don't you think again that is leading to a debris? Second challenge. And the third challenge here is intentionally we are going for it is hitting the other satellites as a form of the space, I can say the space weaponization. As a form of space weaponization, we are keeping the weapons in the space, and that weapons will be hitting what? Will be hitting the different satellites, and it is making it unfunctional. Now all this is leading to a concept called as a formation of a debris. Now formation of yella debris aagta idre. Now can I launch the new satellites? No. Now this formation of debris in the orbit, we call it as a concept called as Kessler syndrome. It is as simple as that. The first and foremost one, it is the space debris which are present in the atmosphere, the surrounding our earth, we call it as Kessler syndrome. Example already question kelidare. This concept we call it as the Kessler syndrome. Now because of this Kessler syndrome, now syndrome andrenu, it is group of diseases. Now this Kessler concept will start to impact the other satellites also. Now fast again it lead the other functioning satellites. And the second one here is now the waste of resources also. Once the satellite use madidre, we are not reusing it. Nothing but we are not undertaking this resources for the circular economy. We are not going for reusing again and again. How dalva? That is impacting our loss of resources also. That is leading to what? It is loss of resources, or this resources is not undergoing what? Circular economy. Circular economy andrenu, it is 3R concept. 3R concept, one we call it as reducing, reuse and recycle. We are not reusing the space weapon or space, the devices also. But now to reduce all these challenges, the European Space Agency has come out with a concept called as RISE mission. Now sir, RISE the objective enu sir anta kelidre, the first and foremost one, it is the satellites which are going for, I can say, which are going for complete end of the tenure. Adre en martadivi, we are dragging from this, I can say, orbit, we are placing above some 100 kilometers. We are placing at an 100 kilometer height, and that place we call it as geostationary or geosynchronous graveyard anta. Kelidre concept ogli. It is will be dragging all the debris or all the non-functional satellites, and will be placing into a single locality that is above 100 kilometers above the orbit. We call it as the geosynchronous. We call it as that is a graveyard. Geosynchronous graveyard. Okay, alva. It is the second one we call it as the geosynchronous, the graveyard. Manchur Tarnalva, it is Tirkona Ven Martivi. It is we'll place it in a particular place we call it as graveyard. Adiriti, it is after the end of the tenure of the satellites, we'll be placing into a particular locality we call it as the geosynchronous graveyard. This is first thing. Now the second one, sir, it is nange life ide. It is my satellite has a life, but one solpa repair agide sir. What can I do now? Nothing but the second thing here is this RISE is also going for, it is repairing of the satellites also. What is movies nodidira? At least they'll be going for repairing, refueling, refurbishing. Yes or no? All this concept will be done by this RISE mission. Nothing but they'll be going for repairing of the satellites, refurbishing, as well as continuous servicing of the satellite also. Now you all don't you think I can extend the life expectancy of the satellite also? ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? Nothing but can I go for circular economy? Nothing but I can reduce the usage also. Nothing but ಇನ್ನೊಂದು satellite launch ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು I am going for already present satellite will be, it is refurbished. I'll be going for reservicing. I'll be going for remodifying also. Remodifying, refueling also. Second initiative. The third initiative here is, the third initiative of this RISE mission here is, they are going for getting that debris back to the earth. Getting that debris back to the earth, and they'll go for what? They will go for recycling of the missions. It is reusable launch vehicles use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Nothing but recent ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ವಾ, it is the Pushpak. It is the reusable launch vehicle called as Pushpak. On the similar lines, this RISE mission will go for, it is reusing of the equipments also. Now, don't you think this scheme is highly important in the present times? To achieve our concept called as circular economy, to achieve our concept called as increasing the life expectancy of the satellites. At the same time, we are also reducing the impact of the Kessler syndrome also. Don't you think it is one of the most important initiative in the present times to achieve our concept called as environmentalization, or achieving of eco-friendly the space objects also. It is eco-friendly the space objects also. Okay alva, story artha aita? ಈಗ ಒಂದಾಗ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. It is yes. It is abbreviated as remove debris. Remove debris which are present in where? It is remove debris. R ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು remove debris. I ಅಂದ್ರೆ in orbit. S ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is servicing. ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is servicing, and the last one E we call it as experiment. Done? Okay alva? These are RISE mission. The second one here is this will be launched by Yarappa. It is European Space Agency in which year? In the year 2028 ali. They'll be launching it in the year 2028. What is the objective of this? Objective. It is to achieve three important objectives. One we call it as it is to remove the debris. Now debris na remove madadre, can I say that the Kessler syndrome will reduce? Kessler syndrome will start to reduce. First one. And the second objective we are going for servicing, refueling, and the third one we call it as refurbishing also. Exactly, Srinivas, exactly, yes. It is achieving of the zero debris also. Exactly, it is zero debris. Second one we call it as refueling, refurbishing, as well as we'll be going for it is recycling also. Now don't you think based on this concept we'll be achieving a concept called as circular economy? We'll be achieving a concept called as ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? We call it as the circular economy. Now, ಈ circular economy achieve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ what is the objective or what is the positives of this? What is the positives of this? It is the first and the foremost one here is cost will come down. Cost will come down because of increasing the life expectancy of the satellites. ಹೌದೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? Satellite life increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ nothing but the extra burden will come down. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ I can also go for what? I can also go for eco-friendly products. It is eco-friendly. Nothing but overuse of resources will come down. Overuse of resources will come down. Third objective or the third positives ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? It is, we can achieve the sustainable growth also. Nothing but the debris-free atmosphere can be achieved. It is as simple as that. We can achieve a concept called as the debris-free atmosphere by the year 2030 can be achieved. That's the India's goal of debris-free. It is, we can achieve a concept called as the debris-free initiative. And don't you think we can also go for reusable launch also? It is reusable launch also. Now at the world level, who has gone for reusable launch vehicle? It is SpaceX. It is SpaceX Falcon 9. It is Falcon 9. It is the SpaceX Falcon 9 has achieved what? Has achieved a concept called as reusableness. Reusable launch vehicle. At India dalli, it is Pushpak. It is a Pushpak. Okay, alva. It is Pushpak. We call it as RLV vehicle, reusable launch vehicle, which has been tested at Illi. It is Childkere in Karnataka. Childkere in Karnataka. This is the objective of I can say the SpaceX Falcon and India's also. Okay, now this is the first one. The second one we call it as second one we call it as recently cabinet has approved what? It is cabinet has approved a venture capitalist fund. A capital fund at a cost of what? At a cost of the 1,000 crore rupees. 1,000 crore rupees. And the first and foremost one, sir, ಈ venture capitalist 1,000 ಕೋಟಿ, it is 1,000 crore rupees has been established under the InSpace. It is, what do you mean by InSpace? It is a space andre. It is India, that is Indian, the space promotion authorization center. It is InSpace Indian, the promotion and authorization center underly 1,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. 1,000 crore rupees. Now sir, 1,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is major we'll see about what is InSpace, what is about 1,000 crores, why we want 1,000. We'll also discuss about what is venture capitalist fund also. Okay alva, ಈಗ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೋಡೋಣ. At the first and foremost one, what do you mean by venture capitalist and what do you mean by angel capital? Now think that I want to establish ನಾನು business ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರು, ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಾಗಿರೋ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ. nothing but ನಾಳೆನೆ it is I can go to the mass within 1 second ಅಲ್ಲಿ. I have an idea, but I don't have funds. But sir, funds illa sir ಅಂತಂದಾಗ what can I do now? I will go to some, I can see the wealthy person, and I'll go to some wealthy person and I will request that person. For example, let us think that I'll go to Nirmala Sitharaman. ಇವಾಗ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾನು ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರು, ಬಟ್ ನಾವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಬಿಡು ಬಾಳು ಅಂತ ಬೈಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಚೆ ಬಂದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ I'll go to ಸುಧಾಮೂರ್ತಿ. ನಾವು ಸುಧಾಮೂರ್ತಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಆರ್ ಸುಧಾಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದಾಗ ಆಟೋಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲಿ ಶೀಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಮೈ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಖತ್ ವರ್ದಿನಸ್. And after listening all my plan, she'll say that okay, I'll invest you. Now, if I'm investing at an early stage, we call it as angel investor. And company no open agilla, but at time al invest madidre we call it as what? Early investor, or it is also called as angel investor. Angel investor, nothing but it is investment will take place at what? Investment will take place at, it is early stage. Early stage before to the establishment here. Before to the establishment we call it as angel investor. But idea mada sakkatagide angel tara ide. It is, we call it as angel investors. After appreciation of the, it is Sudhamurthy appreciation agi, it is, she is investing it and she is called as angel investor, and the receiving company we call it as angel company anta. Angel company, why it is angel company? Because based on the funding only, I have established my, it is startup. I have established my startup anta. Now, sir, one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. But if I want to expand my company, ಇನ್ನೀಗ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 1000 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಾ? No. It is, they'll give you some money, establish that company. Now establish ಮಾಡಿ some 1 month ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ my company is showing higher growth rate. Nothing but my company is showing higher productivity also. My company is showing what? Higher net worth also. But ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? Now again I'll go back to Nirmala Sitharaman. Now will she invest now? Yes. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ? It is nothing but initial agi I had only idea, but there is no practical experience. But now after establishment I have an experience. Now Nirmala Sitharaman will say, ನಾನು ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೋದಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ತಗೋ. And such investors we call it as venture capitalist, or it is also called as venture investors. It is after some time, adu matte earlyne, but adre it is the company showing what? Higher growth rate. It is, we call it as venture startups. Venture startups. Now which one is good to invest here? It is neither. It is neither is good. Invest ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. But problem ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is to encourage the innovation, to encourage the startup ecosystem in the country. It is a duty of the government to provide some funds. But ನೀವು invest ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. It is one who has higher net worth, they can invest. Now who is having higher net worth in India? It is government. Now government's duty here is, the government's duty is, see, within 1 month you can't judge saying that it will grow. But based on the evidence, you will be acquiring what? You will be acquiring the investment. Now the higher growing startups will be provided what? Will be provided funds. Will be provided funds, and that fund we call it as venture, I can say, the startup fund anta. Venture, a startup, a fund, and that venture startup fund which has been established at a, I can say, at a cost of the 1,000 crore rupees. The crore rupees. Yes, okay alva? This is about our venture and angel, okay alva? Venture is both are at early stages. One before, I can say, establishment of a company, and after establishment of a company which is showing a higher growth rate. Higher growth rate we call it as venture capitalist. Now sir, venture capitalist goskara we have established a fund called as venture capitalist fund. We call it as venture capital or venture capital a fund anta. Now this venture capitalist fund which has been established at which sector? Yav sector establish madidivappa? Which has been established at the space sector. It is venture capitalist fund majorly for I can say the space startup scale. The space sector. Majorly for the space sector. First one is the space sector, and the second majoring point one, sir, this fund will be operational for how many years? It lifelong continue madakagata? No. This fund will be operational. This fund will be operational under which department? Under Department of Space centrally. Under which institution? It is in space. It is India in space anta. It is India in space, that is Space Promotion and Authorization Center. Authorization Center, or as simple as that, India in space. India in space has been established. The next one, now this project will be for how many years? This will be for a period of 5 years. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is till 2029 ವರೆಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. It is for a period of the 5 years. It is for a period of the 5 years. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? It is for a period of 5 years. Now ಈ 5 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? It is 5 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ it is I'll be providing investment to it is 40 startups ಗೆ. It is to 40 startups at a range of ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is at a range of, ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ it is 1000 ಕೋಟಿ ಇದೆ. 1000 ಕೋಟಿ 5 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ every year I need to spend 2000 crore rupees. It is 200 crore rupees. Now 200 crore rupees na 200 crores na I need to provide it to 40 startups. Now ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ average ಆಗಿ? It is average agi I can give what? It is 5 crore rupees per startup. It is I can provide what? It is 5 crore rupees per a startup. 5 crore rupees per a startup per annum ge. Now why should I need to provide funds? ಏನು ಗುರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ? It is as simple as that, to encourage indigenous development of space equipments, majorly to encourage indigenization and to increase what? Employment in space sector, and to acquire FDI promotion in the country also. It is as simple as that. Why should I need to encourage such startups? It is why should I need to encourage such startups? The first and the foremost one here is ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ first thing here is I can go for generation of employment. Now employment ಜೊತೆಗೆ what will be the benefit? The benefit will be in the form of indigenous development of it is space sector. It is as simple as that. I can also go for it is indigenous development of what? Development of the space sector. Indigenous development of space sector. Adar jotege I can also go for it is marketing of my space equipments at a lower cost. It is marketing of the space equipment. Marketing of the space equipment also. That will earn me what? That will earn me the forex reserve also. That will earn me the forex reserve also. Exactly. Yes. Angel tax idea iga. It is angel tax has been abolished in the present year budget. Gotirbekidu. It is Pushpak, we have discussed. Chalikere, Chitradurga, yes. ISRO's commercial arm idu. It is in space, no. It is not a commercial arm. In space is a private arm. It is encouraging of private people. It is startup as simple as that. Commercial arm ge edidave. One we call it as Antrix and NSDL. It is New Space India Limited. That is commercial arm. It is not a commercial arm. It is yes, startup. Exactly how do? The next question here is, sir, if the government is funding it, will that startup be converted into it is a government a company? No. Nothing but you will be having a shares ashte. You will be having a shares. It is government shares irutte. It is not controlled completely by the government. Now if government or stones, it is company shares irutte, including Tata also. Does it mean Tata it is owned by government? No. It is nothing but only shares irutte. Based on that shares, you will be earning profit. Ashta. Yes, I hope it is clear. Done. It is the market will also start to increase. Okay, Alva. This is all about the major important objective of establishment of 1,000 crore rupees as a venture capitalist fund. It is ninne cabinet approval. Normally, nodadadre it is cabinet approval or the cabinet meetings will happen at Fridays. Why? It is ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಂಡ್ ಹೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಾ? Why? It is normal private Allah. It is normal to promote during Saturday and Sunday. It is to reach the people. It is to reach to the people in the day of Saturday and Sunday. But nam jana ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. Okay. This is the sad reality of India. Yes, this is all about our first one we called as. We have discussed about venture capitalists and we have discussed about the objective of establishment of venture capitalists. We have seen this. And the last one we call it as in space. It is in space anta. E matra small, n kuda small illi. It is, what is the abbreviation? Abbreviation here is India or Indian, the space of promotion. It is the space of promotion. Harendra, it is authorization center. Authorization center which has been established which has been established in the year 2020 nalli, which has been established in the year 2020. Under which ministry? It is no ministry, Department of the Space, working under Prime Minister of India. The Prime Minister of India. What is the objective of this? In space. Exactly, as simple as that. They act as the bridge between yararu. It is bridge between ISRO and the private people. It is private people. Nothing but their main objective here is encouraging of private participation. Encouraging of the private participation in the field of space. In the field of the space anta. Now recently yadadru, it is by establishing this in space, is there any success story in the past 4 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಏನೇ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಇವರು? ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಏನೇ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ yes, it is Skyroot Aerospace ಅವರು. They have launched the first private launch vehicle. They have launched the first, highly inputಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, they have launched the private launch vehicle which has been developed by ಯಾರು? It is Skyroot Aerospace. It is Skyroot Aerospace. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇದು? It is Hyderabad ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It is Hyderabad. Now they have developed a private launch vehicle, we call it as. It is Vikram. It is Vikram 1 anta. The Vikram first. It is for the contribution to the Vikram Sarabhai. We have named it as what? Vikram 1 anta. Vikram 1. Major agi to encourage private participation, we have established what? In space. India in space with the help of private participation. Now in the develop madadmele, I need to go for marketing also. Now marketing ge, we have commercial arm of ISRO. It is commercial arm of ISRO. It is the older one. We call it as Antrix. Marata madadu. Nothing but what are the products which are being developed either by ISRO or any companies that will be marketed by. It is Antrix. And the recent one again which has been established in the year 2020 as a PSU. It is public sector organization, we call it as NSIL. NSIL andre? It is New Space India Limited. Exactly, it is Srinivas. Either it is Vikram yes or Vikram 1 also. It is Vikram first one. Hyderabad, exactly yes. The Skyroot Aerospace, which is located in Hyderabad. Exactly, perfect. Done. This is about our the major important, the space related programs. The space related the programs. And the next one we call it as one from art and culture. One from art and culture. Yada art and culture in the. It is as simple as that, the celebration of the 200 years of what? It is given called as the Kittur. It is the Kittur Rani Chennamma. It is Kittur Rani Chennamma. Okay, Alvam. Now, why this was in use? Why this was in use? The first and the foremost one, it is a Kittur Rani Chennamma. It is Kittur Rani Chennamma Utsava. It is started on Yavaga. Again, started on October 23rd. Why October 23rd? Because of the victory of Kittur Rani Chennamma against the Britishers or the East India Company. That is on 23rd October Yavaga. It is 1824. 1824. 1824. Now, based on this, we are celebrating what? We are celebrating the 200 years of celebration. The 200 years of celebration, that is, the Ministry of Post also released a postal stamp. Released a postal stamp also to celebrate. To celebrate a Kittur Rani Chennamma, that is, it is postal stamp also. Postal stamp also. This is second one. And the third major important one, the third major important news here is the 3-day Kittur Utsava will be organized in a district called as, it is Belgavi. It is organized in a district called as, we call it as Belgavi. We call it as annual festival. Annual festival, we call it as the Kittur Utsava. Kittur Utsava. Yes. Okay, Alvam. Highly important one. This is about our news. Now the next major important one, about it is a Kittur Rani Chennamma. Kittur Rani Chennamma. No, why this is important from our exam point of view also we'll see. So the first and the foremost one, about Kittur Rani Chennamma. Now, Kittur Rani Chennamma has born. She has born on Yavaga Pandra, it is 1778 ali. 1778 in a district called as Yav district ali, in Belgavi district. In a Belgavi district. Now, hope you are aware, she is the one of the first, the female or the queen to fight against what? Fight against Britishers. And she has also won this battle. She has also won this battle. That is prior to we call it as Jhansi Rani. It is Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai in the Munche. It is, she fought against East India Company. And the first imposition of doctrine of labs took place in which region? It is in Belgavi, in Kittur. In Kittur, the first initiation. And who is called as the father of it is doctrine of lapse? It is Dalhousie. Now, Aurginta Munche, it has been imposed in the year 1923. 1923 and 1924. Because of 1923 itself, we came out with a battle called as 1924 battle. 1924 a battle. We'll see all those things. Done. This is about our first one. The second major important one, what is the origin of this, I can say, battle between East India Company and the Kittur Rani Chennamma? It's the first and the foremost one. This Kittur Rani Chennamma, she has been married to a Desai family. Okay, Alvam. It is a Desai family. We call it as Mallas Raja Desai. It is Mallas Raja Desai. Okay, Alvam. She has been married to it is Mallas Raja Desai, and he dies at a younger age. Nothing but she is being married to it is Mallas Raja. or Malla Raja Desai anta kuda kariತೀವಿ. It is Mallas Raja Desai. Highly important one. Now after her marriage, it is his husband dies at a younger age. Now magu ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ. It is yes, even the child will die because of inike. It is husband as well as the child will die at a younger age. Now obviously ಅವರು ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯನ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ she need to bring in some other person. Yes sir, ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. It is she went for what? She went for, I can say, adopting a son. She went for adopting a son. Sir, madhve enak sir agilla antandre, it was during then it was considered as what? It was considered as it is unauspicious to marry again the females. Yes or no? Adukoskara normally being a queen ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ automatically? It is everyone will follow the same strategies, the things. Again, that was considered to be unauspicious. Then she went for adopting a son. So daughter ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, because patriarchal. It is she adopted a son called as the Shivalinga Sarja. It is Shivalinga Sarja as ಈ ಸರ್ಜ ಅಲ್ಲ. It is ಮಾಟಿ ನೀನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ವಂತೆ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರು? ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರು ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ ಅವನ್ನ ಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is Sudhakar Gowda. It is they adopted a son called as the Shivalinga Sarja. The Shivalinga Sarja has been adopted, but this adoption has been disapproved by our own. Disapproved by the East India Company. And they have raised a voice against what? They have raised a voice against, it is, I can say, they have said that it is not fair. And they have said, the East India Company, they have said that idin madangilla anta, under a concept called as doctrine of lapse. Under a concept called as the doctrine of lapse. Now idin madangilla antandre, it is ಆ ರಾಜ್ಯದವರಿಗೆ ಉರಿಯಲ್ವೋ? Obviously yes, nothing but they waged a war against it is the East India Company. Now in the year 1824, it is Kittur Rani Chennamma won this war. Now Kittur Rani Chennamma win ಆದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ, it is after war you need to end that and you need to go for a ceasefire. But this East India Company ಅವರಿಗೆ it is ಯಾರೋ ಒಂದು ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಹೋಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. it is ego attitude now they started to continue the war. And they captured the Kittur Rani Chennamma and she has been imprisoned. Adadmele, it is after imprisonment, it is nimge gottide, it is all the different stories. Major agi in the year 1929 ali she'll die in the prison. We call it as it is Baila Hungala Fort ali. Yes, after this she'll die. It is ಏನೇನೋ stories ಇದಾವೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಥೆ ಬೇಡ. She'll die in the year 1829. And this victory of 1824 has been celebrated till today as what? Till today as it is a victory of the complete India against the East India Company, and the first lady to wage a war against East India, and she has won also. And the place which is present in Karnataka, it is the pride of Karnataka also. The pride of Karnataka. Based on this, we are celebrating the 200 years of what? It is the Kittur victory. Exactly, yes. The Kittur victory. Exactly, yes. Done. Online. Yes. Okay, alva. This is all about Kittur Rani Chennamma. Now, so recent agi, it is Nanu Rani Chennamma anta a campaign has been started. The campaign has been started. What is that campaign talks about? It is Nanu Kittur Rani Chennamma andre ಮತ್ತೆ East India Company against ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. Nothing but to create an awareness about the courage of the women, and to encourage the empowerment of the women anta. To encourage the empowerment of the women also. highly important one ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. 1824 ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಸಖತ್ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. One we call it as 200 years of Kittur, and the second one 1924 ಅಲ್ಲಿ the Belgaum session, the 100 years of it is the Belgaum session where Gandhi presided. ಇವೆರಡರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿ. This year there must be question from these two at least. Either be it any exam, either UPSC or KPSC or any group exams, there must be question on this two. If the paper is the set on a equal ground basis, ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನೋ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you can't expect, but if it is legitimate, if it is legal or if it is fair ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ there must be question. There must be question on this also. Yes, this is with respect to your the complete concept called as. Now Dalhousie ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದು, doctrine of labs ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ doctrine of labs has been provided by it is Dalhousie. Yes, ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. Nothing but adopted son cannot, it is does not have the authority to it is hold the or accede to the it is to the throne. Okay alva, ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. Yes, this is all about our the 200 years of the Kittur Rani Chennamma, or it is the Kittur victory as such. And the Kittur Utsava, it is celebrated every year. It is sakkada on the Dasara Tara, they will be celebrating in Belgaum. They will be celebrating in Belgaum. It is a 3-day event. Also. Yes, it is the 3-day event. Yes, time sikkadre nodi, it is so beautiful. But yes, highly important one. It is yaru? It is exactly. Singers and they have also invited, this Congress has invited, it is Barack Obama also, to celebrate the 100 years of the Belgaum session to Belgaum. Already invitation kalsiyare, but if they accept it, automatically that will be again news. They have sent an invitation to Barack Obama saying that banni celebrate ಮಾಡಿ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ದೋದು ಅಂತ, because they are also from Congress ಅಲ್ವಾ, both are Congress ಬನ್ನಿ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Yes, but ಇವೆರಡರಿಂದ ಪಕ್ಕಾ there will be one question. Yes, and CM has also it is inaugurated this event and he was in Belgaum also. ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿವಲ್ಲ. Okay, this is about our, I can see the first cultural news, and the second cultural news ಈ week ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the second cultural news here is Kartarpur corridor was in news. It is second news here is Kartarpur. It is Kartarpur corridor. Now why Kartarpur corridor was in news? ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ Kartarpur corridor was in news? Exactly. It is 39th INC session, Belgaum 100 years. The Gandhi presided only such session. Exactly ಹೌದು. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನಪ್ಪ? Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is about our the first and the foremost one. Now the second major important one from culture here is it is Kartarpur corridor was in news. Now why Kartarpur corridor was in news? It is ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Why this was in news? Now the Kartarpur corridor has been extended for it is 5 more years. It has been extended for, now initial agi this Kartarpur has been, it was signed from 2019 in the 2024 Varego. This was the initiative. Now they have extended for 5 more years. It is Kartarpur corridor. Now what is this Kartarpur corridor? Exactly, yes, it has been extended till 2029. I hope you guys are following. Exactly, yes, great. Now, sir, first and foremost one, for every religion, there will be some holy places. Now, in India or Hinduism, it is few places are important, which includes it is Haridwara agirbodu, it can be Dwarka, or it can be Rishikesh, or it can be it is the Kashi, or it can be it is the Yadav region or Ujjain also, etc. Now, all these places are important with respect to our holy places. Now, don't you think even Sikhism also, a few places will be important? But unfortunately, the 6 holy places which are present in 2 important territories. It is 2 important territories, one which is present in India and the other one which is present in Pakistan. But don't you think as a part of our human rights or as a part of my fundamental rights, it is my freedom to visit my holy places once in my lifetime? Yes or no? It is mandatory, right? It is my freedom also. Now to achieve this freedom, Indian government and the Pakistan government has come to a conclusion saying that we have established a corridor that is 4.5 kilometer. the 4.5 kilometer corridor, exactly corridor irutte, you can't escape, nothing but it has been constructed, it has been walled also, direct ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, you can visit and back to India. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ it is Pakistan people, they can reach to India and they can visit the shrines and back to Pakistan. Now this we can do without any visa process. Sir, visa andre it is a lengthy process and it is a costlier affair also. Now to reduce the complications and to encourage the culture and the cultural ties between the Indian Sikhs and the Indian Sikhs, we have established a corridor called as the Kartarpur corridor. Now this Kartarpur corridor, which is present which is present in India and which is present in where? Which is present in Pakistan. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is border ಇಂದ exactly ಎಷ್ಟು kilometers? It is 4.5 kilometers corridor has been established connecting ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ? Connecting it is connecting Dera Baba Nanak. It is Dera Baba Nanak, where I can say the Nanak was present in the early phases, whereas later phase now we call it as Kartarpur anta. It is Kartarpur, it is present in where? It is present in Pakistan. Don't you think it is the holy place or the holy shrine for the Sikhs to go to Dera Baba Nanak as well as Kartarpur? Because I can say Guru Nanak stayed for at least last 18 years in Kartarpur. Now the connecting corridor has been constructed between India and Pakistan. Now this corridor, I can see the agreement has been extended for 5 more years. Because to encourage the Sikh people to enter the different countries without any much complicated process. Again, these corridors are important with respect to Sikhism, and this is the holy shrines of Guru Nanak, the first founder of Sikhism. We are also celebrating the 554th, it is the Guru Nanak anniversary also. Yes, ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. And the river which separates between it is India and Pakistan, or it is Kartarpur with Dera Baba Nanak here is which river? It is river Ravi. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ, it is river Ravi. It is present between it is Dera Baba Nanak and the Kartarpur corridor at a distance of 4.5 kilometers. At a distance of the 4.5 kilometers from India to Punjab or India to Pakistan, Punjab. Yes, okay alva. Now in the last weekly we have also discussed about India-Canada relations. Yes or no? Why India-Canada relations as I can say attentioned? It is majorly because of Khalistan issue. That is nothing but it is, I can say, a creation of it is one nation we call it as it is the Khalistan. It is including the Punjab Pakistan and it is Indian Pakistan into a single nation, we call it as Khalistan. This Khalistan issue has been supported by the Canadian Prime Minister. That has led to tensions between what? It is India and Canada at the diplomatic level also. Yes, hope it is clear. Okay alva, this is with respect to the cultural part also. And the next one from it is diseases. The 2 diseases was in use. One we call it as Kala Azar was in use. News alitta. Why Kala Azar was in use? Certify ಮಾಡಿದರಾ? It is India is yet to receive. India is yet to receive the approval from WHO related to diseases. Now, one disease ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the first and foremost one we call it as the Kala Azar. Now, Kala Azar is also called as Dum fever. Okay, alva. It is Kala Azar is also called as it is a visceral leishmaniasis. It is also called as visceral leishmaniasis. It is also called as Dum fever. Okay, alva. First one. Second one we call it as malaria was in use. Okay, alva. Now, sir, why it is Kala Azar was in use? Yenakappa Kala Azar was in use. The first and foremost news here is India has, I can see, India has achieved the WHO criteria of elimination of Kala Azar. We have achieved the criteria, but we will be soon receiving the certification from WHO saying that we have eliminated Kala Azar. But we have achieved the elimination strategy of WHO. Now, sir, what is I can say the criteria of elimination? Now, yavagappa elimination anta nodtivi. Elimination here is when the number of cases is less than 1 per 10,000 cases in the last 2 succeeding years only. Last 2 years only. If the cases are less than 1 out of 10,000 population iddaga, we will be getting a status called as elimination. Be cautious here. Elimination does not mean that we have, I can say, completely eliminated. It is we have eliminated. We have eliminated is nothing but we have reduced the number of cases. But eradication andre nothing but complete zero. It is be cautious. Elimination is different. Eradication is different. Now, can we eliminate or can we eradicate any disease from the complete world? It is difficult. It is difficult, but we can do it. But we can do it also. But normally, we'll be talking about what? Elimination. We'll be talking about elimination from the region, nothing but it is population. The disease population will come down. We have achieved this. Nothing but in the last 2 years, our cases has come down from it is 5 to it is less than 1 per 10,000, less than 10,000. Okay alva, but ivaga enagutte, we'll be getting a status called as the WHO elimination. It is WHO elimination certification will be received the sooner. First one. Second one here is recent agi with respect to malaria. It is Egypt as eliminated. It is Egypt as declared it as what? Declared it as malaria free. Enappa malaria free andre? Malaria free andre eradicated completely. It is malaria free is nothing but eradicated completely. Recently in the year 2024 only, Egypt has been declared as what? Egypt has been declared as the malaria free. Now, sir, this too is important now. Now, which is the dangerous disease in India? It is the highest dangerous disease is malaria. And the second dangerous one here is Kala Azar. Kala Azar. Okay, alva? You gonna know now? Is that okay now? Yes. So now node illa sir nang martiralla. Okay. That is endemic to Eastern India. It is not to South India. It is Eastern India. Normally the Bihar, the Jharkhand, West Bengal, and UP restricted. It is endemic to such regions. Whereas malaria ella kadide, but lesser in I can say South India also. Why lesser in South India? Because of I can say adequate hygiene practices in I can say South India. It is the case rate is also lesser. Whereas north and northeasterly, it is one of the densest. One of the densest I can say. Adukoskara will be seeing this lesser one. Now first one give heading called as a Kala Azar. First one give heading called as a Kala Azar. Exactly yes. It is the second country to be declared. It has what? It is malaria free one in the year 2024 after Cabo Verde anta. It is Cabo Verde Guthirli. It is factual, just factuals. Exactly. Exactly yes is okay album. India will be malaria free by which year? It is 2030. TB game 2025. 2025. What about it is? What about Kala Azar? It is 2023 gitu data. It is 2023, but we have achieved this also. We have achieved this, but certification is waiting. Certification is waiting. Exactly. Yes. Now first one give heading called as Kala Azar. It is a Kala Azar. Now what do you mean by Kala Azar? It is about Kala Azar. Enappa Kala Azar. It is a protozoan cost. Correct alva? It is a protozoan. It is a protozoa. Virus alla. It is a protozoa. Virus tarane. It is a protozoa. virus, bacteria, it is also a protozoan. It is caused by a protozoa called as, it is the leishmaniasis. Visceral leishmaniasis. Adukoskara, this Kala Azar is also called as visceral leishmaniasis also. It's also called as visceral leishmaniasis. It is also called as It is also called as dum-dum fever. Dum-dum ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಜ್ವರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It is nothing but dum-dum fever. It is as simple as that. It is the dum-dum fever. Now the second one, this leishmaniasis, it's a protozoan. Now protozoan carry ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ. It is transmitted by it is a fly. Which fly? It is a female sandfly. ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವತ್ತು females are dangerous. It is we call it as a transmission. It is a transmission by a fly called as the female sandfly. By a transmission is by, it is a female or sandfly. Okay, alva? It is via the female or sandfly. It carries from one place to the or one region to the other, and it acts as what? It acts as a transmitting or the reservoir. We call it as the reservoir for the transmission of one disease from one person to other or from one place to the other. That is, this protozoa is being carried. Yes, this is about the second major important one, transmission. The third one. Now, what are the symptoms, sir? Enapa symptoms? It is normal symptoms. The normal symptoms, which includes the fever, that is recurring fever. Recurring, a fever actor recurring andre? It is recurring fever, followed by it is joint pain. It is enlargement of spleen and liver. Enlargement of the spleen and the liver. Weight loss and anemia also. Weight loss and anemia also. Exactly, yes. Exactly, yes. Okay, recently Jordan kuda nodidvi leprosy free. The first one to achieve that status. Exactly. It is symptoms, the normal symptoms. Now, sir, it is prevalent. It is the prevalent in which all regions? It is prevalent in Brazil. Prevalent in Brazil at the global level. Africa dalladre Central African region. The Central African region, but India dalladre we call it as Eastern India. It is, we call it as Eastern India. Dalli four, I can say it is endemic to 4 states, which includes Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and UP. And the last one, I said, this Kala Azar is considered to be the second deadliest parasitic disease. The second deadliest parasitic disease. The parasitic disease after yado? It is after malaria. Is Kala Azar treatable? Obviously. See, common sense helbekalva igli. It is as simple as that. If you are going for elimination or cases less than 1 andaga in size study well or no, nothing but we are treating it. We have a treatment also. There is a curability also. It is curable also. Okay, alva gothirli. It is treatable as well as it is curable also. And the next one, and the last topic from today, it is malaria. We call it as malaria. It is malaria. Now, with respect to malaria ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, what is malaria? It is first and foremost one about, it is a parasitic disease which has been caused by, which has been caused by, it is the female Anopheles mosquito. It's as simple as that. About, it is parasitic plasmodium disease, a disease which is caused by or which is transmitted by yarappa andre, it is the female Anopheles mosquito. It is caused by a female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. Be cautious here. It is Egyptian. It is Egyptian, which causes which all disease? It is Aedes aegypti. It is Aedes aegypti, which causes the three important diseases. One we call it as it is yellow fever. Second one we call it as Ebola, and it is chikungunya. Okay, alva. All this is caused by it is carrying agent called as Aedes aegypti. Again female Aedes aegypti. Same. Okay, alva. It is caused by the female Anopheles mosquito. Symptoms remain same. Irata. Now, is it a treatable one? It is yes, Andre. Which is the treatment we have? It is vaccination program. We have two important vaccines. The vaccines we call it as it is RTS 21. It is also called as the Mosquirix. It is also called as the RTS 21. It is or RTS-S. It is also called as Mosquirix. It is Mosquirix. It is also called as RTS. It is RTS-01, and the second one we call it as Matrix M anta. It is Matrix M. It is a second vaccination which have been developed by it is the World Organization to treat the malaria as a disease. Yes, done. This is all for today. Okay, Alva. Now, can I give some homework? Homework kodlam. First one, take homework. First one. Okay, homework in the munche. I'll brief something about the course. It is about a course called as it is Economic Survey Budget and the schemes. Major agi Economic Survey Budget and schemes. It is related to Karnataka related schemes, Karnataka related budget and Karnataka related schemes. We will be going for a marathon session. We'll be going for a marathon session on 9th and 10th of October. That is on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 7.5 hours. It is Sunday 7.5 hours. Now in total 15 hours only. In total 15 hours, we will be covering what? We'll be covering the complete Karnataka Economic Survey. That is complete 13 chapters. I'll be briefing majorly from the prelims part of view. And the second one, the complete budget, the budget highlights and the schemes, all the important relevant schemes. It is November. It is okay, Alva. It is all the different important schemes. That's the ministry-wise schemes. We will be ministry-wise schemes. That is Karnataka government schemes which has been occurred in economic survey as well as which has been occurred in budget, and the current affairs related ministries-wise schemes will be covering within some 15 hours only. It is 7.5 hours. In case ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I'll extend the hours, but in and around it will be 15 hours. In and around it will be 15 hours, and the price we have kept it at, it is 599. Okay. Yes, at 599 ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? This is all about the complete course, and the complete course ಜೊತೆಗೆ you will also be getting about it is the slides, and the second one about it is the free, it is the test series ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is PDF will also be shared, and the second one about the full length test series. Yes. Okay. This is all about the course, and the complete economic survey budget and the schemes will be handled by me, and everything will be about the new things, and majorly specifically focusing on what? It is prelims part, that is KS 2024 exclusive one. This will be about the complete course details. Yes, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ ಅಂತ. Okay, the next one homework part. It is homework part. It is the first and the foremost homework here is about BRICS, about the BRICS ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Why BRICS? It is a 16th edition of BRICS took place at where? It is Kazan, Russia. Kazan or Russia. Second one, what about second one? It is a COP16. It is a COP16 of CBD. It is United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity. Took place at where? It is took place at Kali. Okay, la Great Kali alla. It's a place. It is present in Colombia. Okay, alva. Second news, highly important news. And the third important one here is, it is Indo-China border issues. The border issues. Okay, alva, because why it was in news? Recently India has gone for an agreement to reduce a conflict between the India and China at borders. Majorly Dipsang Plains and the Demchong Plateau. Majorly it is Dipsang and the Demchong. Yes, this is all for your homework. Okay, alva. Yes. Online, I hope it is clear. Yes. Okay, now, is there any doubts? Online, offline? It is RTS. It is RTS andre enu antana? There is no full form. It is just a vaccine name. There's a vaccine name which has been named after the company. There is no full form. Full form yellow illa, kottu illa. It is just a vaccine name. Just vaccine. Yes. Okay, alva. It is barbeku weekly current affairs, or else I'll stop this. Okay, alva. It is odi illa andre beligin class attend ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, alva, I have covered all those things. About in detail about all these three. It is about Indo-China, COP, BRICS ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. Done. It's your wish, but research ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, alva. Yes, ಬನ್ನಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ವೀಕ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಯಾರು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆದಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೂಡ. ಡನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನನಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ನಂಗೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್. Yes. Okay, online ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ನೀವು. ಓಕೆ, yes, we'll try. Okay, thank you.